The bleeding came on so heavily and so fast that if I wasn't already at the hospital, I wouldn't have made it. It's been almost a year since it happened, and I haven't really talked to anybody about it. It's a very personal experience. Really only my family knows about it. This was my third pregnancy. It was mostly uncomplicated. Towards the end, I did develop preeclampsia, and they decided to go ahead and deliver my baby 3 weeks early. And about 10 hours after she was born, I was finally able to see her and hold her. And while I was there in the NICU, I noticed that I began bleeding very heavily. Something was wrong. There was too much blood. Not 2 minutes after I actually fainted, I passed out in my wheelchair in the middle of the NICU room floor. They had to call a code. My husband sat with a chaplain while they rushed me back to emergency surgery. I didn't know what was going on. I was in and out of consciousness. After several blood transfusions, they were able to stop the bleeding and stabilize me. And later that night, I woke up and they told me what had happened. They told me I had a postpartum hemorrhage. I'd never even heard of that before. So it was incredibly scary. And the bleeding came on so heavily and so fast that if I wasn't already at the hospital, I wouldn't have made it.
The recent numbers in a report were staggering. It showed a drastic increase, 147 deaths in a single year, a record high for Texas. That startling statistic forced the Texas Health and Human Services Commission to react. So the state created a new way to look at the numbers and found they weren't that high, leaving only 56 women on the list.
We wanted to know what happened to the women erased from the list.
Don't their deaths matter, and are the numbers truly getting better?
How confident is the state in the numbers?
So based on what we have done and the enhanced method, we're confident in the methodology.
My experience was a little shocking. I felt like I was having a heart attack, like I couldn't breathe. And I had to scream, I had to beg for help to say something is wrong, I'm not gonna make it. And I would have been one of those statistics. And so when the report came across my desk, my freshman term, it really was very riveting to me. It's shocking that we still don't really have the most reliable data in Texas. Right now, if a woman were to pass away 43 days after she gave birth, that's not considered a maternal mortality, even if it was a pregnancy-related death. What I want to do is, I think something bold has to happen.
We need to know the risk factors. We need to know the things that can go wrong. New mothers, previous mothers, we know that pregnancy and giving birth and the whole situation can be scary just by itself, but all of these other things that can go along with it, even if they're rare or not likely, we need to know. If I had known, if I knew I had so many of the risk factors, I could have taken better care of myself. I could have told the nurses I needed extra help, but I didn't, and I pushed myself. Did you have any more marshmallows? Was that all?
Yeah.
You put them all in your cup? It's something that nobody talks about, but it's happening every single day.